Here's the baby night cages being delivered. Lots of different boxes. Connie, Anne and animal manager Mark delivering babies. So just to give you an idea, Anne's got 3 cages tonight. Anne, who have you got? Finley, Minnie, Max, Terry?
And Zeb.
And Zeb.
Oh, there's the 4 little teeny tinies. A teeny tiny team.
Teeny tiny team. So these are the 3 teeny tiny team. And then I've got the new one. And there we go, there's the delivery system. Have a good night, Anne.
I'm going to love this little bunch of sweethearts.
So tonight they got the comfort of Anne's cabin, and these ones are on feeds of 7 o'clock in the evening, and then 12 o'clock, and then 6 o'clock in the morning again. So that will be the night feeds for those. Next lot, okay? Okay, Mark, have a good night. And then the last lot of babies are just on their way to Hannah and Mark. Who have you got there, Hannah?
I've got Cosimo, Edson and Yonds.
Cosimo, Edson and Yonds, and Hannah's just finishing up the rota for the evening, and then we got the volunteer meeting, so it's been a very busy week, and then Mark's going to look after these bubbers on night shift. They're just going to be delivered to him.
It's Claudette's big day. Oh, clearly likes it in Disneyland. Claudette's going up to Goliath to join Eddie and Lottie, Edson and Lottie. Say bye-bye, friends. Okay, Zeb, off we get.
Well, it's not his favourite anymore, Mark.
Bye, Claudette.
You're doing well so far, don't worry.
So for some little ones, even being taken away from the newly made friends is a little bit stressful, and they end up calling for them.
See if she calms down. It's inspecting that suspicious blanket that we threw in.
Well, she spent some time hiding underneath this blanket, hoping if she couldn't see anybody, nobody could see her, and then eventually came out in a real dramatic style, just to put an end to it, and almost scared everybody that was watching.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I'm not too sure what this whole performance was about, but the best part is Mrs. Gold. Just have a look at her face. Total disinterest, as if she can't believe what's actually going on. Just looking at the little one, and you can think of her shaking her head and saying, "What the heck are you on about?" So it's always difficult to say how each little one's going to behave. It is quite frightening when you haven't seen such a big monkey, and you don't really know what they're going to do, because as I have said in other episodes, normally a little baby, if it doesn't come from the troop, is in grave danger. A troop won't just accept any little baby. It basically has to come from the troop, and even then they don't really like other mothers' babies, especially under a certain age, because, as you know, nature, the strongest survives, and if you've got something that's going to hold you or your family back, it is a little bit of a problem. So normally the little baby that's left behind, if something happened to a mother, would become very low ranked, would always be picked on, would always be bitten, and a lot of times they don't really make it. So that's why I think it's just an inherent fear of them. When they see like another big adult straight monkey, they don't really know what they're going to do, and it takes a while for them to get accustomed to this monkey. The behavior of the foster mom is very, very important as well. You can see this is again a mature female. She knows what she's doing. She's had experience before, so she's not forcing on herself on them. She's taking her time, and she's letting the other ones play with Claudette Marie, so she doesn't feel so bad. And with her seeing them running over to her does help as well, and this will slowly break down that barrier, and she'll be able to soon get into this mom's arms.
Oh no, she's stuck. Claudette, Lottie and Betsy. We've got some progress. We've got a cuddle puddle, so we've got Claudette, who is finally fine with the presence of Mrs. Gold. Although she is very much stuck on Edson, and well, would maybe still prefer to be with people. Lottie on Mrs. Gold's belly as usual. Edson clinging onto them. Looks like his lip is a little sore. Oh no. Poor Edson has to be a strong young man now. With this additional baggage. Mrs. Gold coming to check on them. Claudette Marie poking out at the bottom. Straining to make her way out of the group hug now. And poor Edson actually bit his lip from falling with Claudette Marie. Little bloody.
Look how well Claudette's actually holding on to Edson there, 1 foot on the tail, and she's got her arms wrapped around him, so he's actually going to go nowhere without him. So it does take a little bit of a while, but the moms help, and they do manage to squiggle out of this, let's say, body lock, and we'll see how things go a little bit later on.
Angelica showed up and I decided to let her in to see if she will kind of pick up Edson and Claudette Marie, because Mrs. Gold can carry 2 babies at a time, not 3. So let's see if she will even want to stay in. I've got Angelica inside. Just gave Lottie a little groom. And she and Mrs. Gold are just very good for each other. Lots of grooming between the girls. Angelica and Mrs. Gold with Lottie, with Claudette and Edson on the perch. They just got a little bit scared when Angelica joined them up there. Everyone kind of clinging to Mrs. Gold and each other. Angelica is getting a groom. Claudette Marie on the left. Got Mrs. Gold with all of the babies. Lottie on top right now because they were in the feeding cage and Lottie like, hello Angelica. And Lottie went in and Edson and Claudette Marie were already inside, and Edson just used the chance to like run out, get away from Claudette Marie and then clang to Mrs. Gold. And of course Claudette followed, and then Lottie was a bit late to the party. Edson and Claudette eating grass with Angelica. Peaceful siesta time at Goliath. As usual, Lottie and Mrs. Gold, and then Edson clinging to Mrs. Gold as well, with Claudette clinging to him. When it's getting dark, you see Claudette Marie in the middle. Not quite settling yet, the others are on the perch up there. So I'm just sitting a little bit further away, so she's not so focused on me. Yeah, she doesn't quite trust that she can go up safely and sleep there. Oh, maybe she's going now. Yeah, I'll be here waiting until it's dark, when she hopefully just wants to settle and sleep, and will take the sacrifice of going on the perch with them. It would even be fine if she stayed on the other perch in this corner, but ideally with the whole family. Connie has a cuddle puddle. It's just feeding Zebulon. So many babies. I think he's had enough. Yeah. What do you think? Huh? You had enough? No, a little bit more. I'm pretty sure we have Minnie Max, Terry, and Sadie. All hiding the beautiful faces. Zeb on top like a king. And Cozy Mo.
Here we have little Lydia and Cosimo doing a little bit of exploration at the bottom end of Disneyland. Terry showing a little bit of interest in the bandit monkeys, which is also a good thing, because at least he's building up his confidence and getting used to them, which will help a little bit later on with his integration to other monkeys. So I just want to touch him and see what he's like, but he is a little bit adverse to it at the moment, but at least it's a little early start in his life.
Yolanda's at the back of Disneyland this morning. She's just having some rehydration. Just had a new sling put on. She's becoming quite tricky now, changing her sling, as she's much more active, which is a good thing. But you can see she wants her rehydration. She has had some milk this morning, but she loves the rehydration. Cossy's trying to get in there too. Cosimo! Hey? And Cosimo's also doing much better. You can see he's lively, he's active. He's been drinking his milk, which is good. He's still quite difficult to settle at night, but at least he's doing much better. So he's just in visiting Yolanda. Seems to quite like her. Oh, shame. As if you haven't eaten in ages.
It's really stiff for her.
You want me to change the syringe? So we're in Disneyland and all the babies are playing. They're quite a handful. We've got Minnie Max there on the tub. Linda, the new arrival, is just on the tree, on the branch. And then we've got Cosimo. He's doing much better. Claudette Marie is joining us because she went up to Goliath yesterday. We'll let Mark talk about that in a minute. And then who have you got there, Mark?
This is Zebulon. This is Terry and Sadie.
Okay. And how's Zebulon doing? Because he wasn't well, was he?
Much better. He's back in Disneyland now. So he was in special care for, God, I don't know how long it was, 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
But he's back to his usual self.
So,
with energy.
How's his sleeping going?
Oh, he slept like a dream the last 2 nights, which was a change from your night shift.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah. It means he's definitely getting better. He's much more consistent,
Yeah.
which is great.
But he's still being fed every 2 hours, so it's still quite a bit of work.
And tell us about the Goliath babies. What happened yesterday up at Goliath with Claudette Marie?
Yeah, so, okay, you can go. So Lottie was up there, so she's already settled with Mrs. Gold. Edson then joined a few days ago, and he was actually doing really well, so we thought we could then add Claudette Marie. But because she was scared, she stayed in the feeding cage quite a bit, and then eventually Edson went in and they ended up stuck to each other. We tried to introduce another adult, Angelica, and we think that maybe just upset Edson a bit too much, and they ended up just clinging to each other. So we did a check. We were up there till 7 o'clock and they were on the ground hugging each other, so they can't stay out like that, so we just had to take them in for the night. And this morning we just brought Edson back up, so Edson's already back in. So we're with Claudette, so we'll give Edson a few more days to settle before we try Claudette again.
So there's Claudette just climbing down now. You can see her arms healed nicely as well. And little Zebulon fast asleep, always got the fingers in, so it's quite hard to feed him because you have to kind of take his fingers out of his mouth and feed him, but now he's feeding a lot more willingly, which makes it easier. But there he is, curled up in a ball whilst the others are all jumping around us playing. So yeah, he's doing really, really well now. Back into the Disneyland chaos. If you can just let him go a little bit, just see if how he moves. Okay, so that's what it is at the moment. Okay. So we're just in here with Yolanda and volunteer Michaela.
Hi.
And Michaela is from Let's Tell You just down the road, and she's offered to come and help us in the busy orphan season. So what made you come and volunteer here, Michaela?
I really just want to learn more about monkeys, and I really love that you guys, the conservation you guys do, and that you're all vegan friendly and plant based. So I was just really interested in that and just wanted some more experience.
And you've helped out with some other animals before, haven't you?
Yes, I've worked at the vet and also at Reptile Centre in Hoedspruit. They have worked with some reptiles and so on.
Fantastic. And tell us, how's Yolanda doing today?
She's doing very good. She's very active. This morning she had some berries and she just loves the berries and everything. Yeah, and she's using the arm. Actually, she adapted very well without the one.
Great, so she seems to be doing good, and it looks like you're taking good care of her, and we're very thankful to have you here at the weekend, because as you know, it's been difficult with the travel restrictions and stuff, and we're happy that you can help Yolanda during this December crazy season. So thank you very much.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Yolanda's doing very well now. She absolutely loves her grass, and although she's still not able to use her right arm, she's getting around quite quickly. So she has her little routine now. She has her milk every 2 to 2.5 hours, and she'll start off her morning with some grass and berries and a nap. Then she plays, and then she runs around a bit for exercise, and we make sure she gets some outdoor time, about 20 minutes a day, to make sure she gets some sun. And her vitamin D, which is essential for these primates, same as us. And then she'll have her milk feeds, and she's on some medications, natural medications as well, for pain, inflammation, and to help repair her nerves. And then we'll change her sling when we need to, as and when. And she's also got into a better night routine now, so she does cry for a bit between 7 and 8, but she gets her milk, and then we settle her, and then she goes off to sleep. She cries for about 5 more minutes, and then she sleeps the whole night. So she's got into a much better sleep routine now, and she's had some natural meds for trauma. And generally she's doing much better. We just hope that the arm will come right with time. We are in touch with the vet about her arm as well for any changes.
Got Chaim, Finley and Yonds here playing. Well, Yonds and Finley are playing. Chaim's busy eating. And the troop again. always there watching. We've got Kate and Buffy, they're always here. We've got Diane, she's so big. That's what we got. Sachi and Mika, was very interested in the babies. Buffy here will probably be a foster mom. I'm not sure how Kate likes being in the intro cage. I know Kate really likes babies, but Buffy can stay in the intro cage, can stay overnights without panicking, and loves the babies, so she's the perfect candidate. Yonds, Crime and Finley. Finley in the front. They're very energetic. Yon's getting some love from Pola and Buffy, and Chaim is next to him, observing. And Finley just came up. Leanne also still there.
Well, sometimes the foster moms are quite inventive with the way they catch the little orphans, or to get close to them, and in this case they've managed to get hold of the little one's tail and can pull it closer so they can actually give it a once over and a little bit of a groom. Sometimes this isn't always such a good idea, because it can also cause the little one to get its tail injured if it starts screaming and jumping around, but at least in this case it was very relaxed, seems to enjoy it, and back for more to get some attention from the foster moms, which is a good thing, so hopefully they won't be so scared when the moms finally come into the cage. You can see how interested the moms are in the little ones. They all just want to get to touch it and groom it and hold it. I mean, look at that little hand there playing with her ear and things like this. So the moms are really eager, but things kind of strange once you get all these big monkeys inside the cage, and the little ones pretend they're scared to death, and it does take a little bit of time for everyone to get acclimatized and used to each other. It looks like it's little Yonds. That's the one that keeps coming up to the foster moms to get groomed, which is great. So she seems very, very interested in getting a foster mom. You can see how relaxed she basically is here, and she just loves being held by them. She's not really trying to get away or anything like that, and the moms are showing interest to her. So let's hope once they do come in and things like that she's not too scared of them, and she keeps this confidence, because this is great. This is just going to help her get a mom a lot quicker and help her to get out into the main enclosure a lot sooner.
Finley being very playful. It's a very exciting day for him and Yonds. He's drinking right now. They are meeting foster moms today. So we're just gonna do some final preparations, and then we're gonna open the door and let the mums in. They are very excited for it. Let's see how this goes. I think Yonds will be very, very happy. He's always the one getting lots of grooms through the fence. So I wonder if he will even scream, or if he'll just be fine. And Finley just wants to play. big boy now. Gonna get a mum. Yes. Come on.
Well, it looks like the first female in is Buffy. The little ones weren't too scared in this case. You can see they have jumped out of the way. But Buffy's more interested in this beautiful bowl of food, just to make sure she gets all the little bits, all the good bits from it. The little ones are a little bit frightened, but not, you've seen some cases where they're really, really scared and keep jumping away and aren't close at all. Where this lot aren't really too scared. I think Yonds is going to be the one to watch because she has been groomed a lot by Buffy and the others. So we'll just see how much time it sort of takes for this mom to actually get one. I think they're actually playing with the mom at the moment. It's not that they really don't want to be with her, but yeah, look, it's they're not so screaming as bad as what the others were and climbing up the side of the fence. They seem to be happy to be caught and finally have a mom, and there we go in the arms of mom. I think that must be Yonds, and yeah, let's see how this process is going to go from here. So it's just little Finley now sitting in the feeding cage. Just shows you how clever this little one is. He knows he's protected on all four sides and nobody can get hold of him in there. So he's playing it safe, even though he's quite close to the mom. He's not too frightened of her, but he was just taking precautions there for a little minute.
And
so
for Finley,
I think they're going to be letting Kate in just now, so Kate can see if she'll come up and take little Finley. I see Kate's there waiting at the gate, and she should be coming in any minute now if they can just get a chance to let her in.
Foster mums at Scrow. Kate is cuddling Finley on the right, and then we've got Buffy who's cuddling Yonds. It's been a really great day for them both.
So having more of an interaction through the fence with the foster mums does help a little bit. Unfortunately this year we are constrained with time, so we can't do it as long as we'd like to because of so many little babies or orphans coming in and very, very few volunteers to help us with the process. It's been a very, very difficult thing. So it is going a little bit faster than normal, but at least it's going well, and that's the main thing. And the little ones are settling. These two went in very, very nicely, and this is what you're actually looking for, that they're used to the moms, they're not scared, and of course they start interacting very quickly.
Kate with Finley and Buffy with Yonds on the right.
Well, just look how proud the moms look of their little charges. I think the little ones are also just as happy. There's nice little cute faces there. Glad to have their moms and somebody to protect them now. So yeah, this is fantastic. This is what you like to see.
So this is Jamie, integration staff, and been doing the Scrow foster mums today for Finley and Yonds, who are in the cage next door. There they are, both cuddled up. Jamie, how's it been going today?
Really good. I think this is the smoothest baby integration that I've seen so far. So we've had Buffy at the back come in first, and she was all over Yonds, and the babies, they were practically not screaming. And then yeah, Kate came in, and she has never been a foster mom before, not a proper one.
I think she's mainly been kind of part-time. She loves the babies, but yeah.
She loves the babies.
Yeah.
And she's been carrying both of them. She's doing super well.
So that was it then. So Buffy and Kate in, and they're all settled and for now. They're doing well.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on tonight, I think. If Kate wants to spend the night, she doesn't freak out. But I have high hopes because we had Godfrey working on the cage earlier and he was making all loud noises, and she still stayed fairly calm, so should be fine.
And Kate's a little star because she was in the Vervet Forest movie as well. So now she was an orphan and now she's got her own baby for today, which is wonderful. And Buffy was an ex-pet as well, so it's great to see that she's able to be a little caretaker as well. What do you think will happen tomorrow?
Tomorrow, I think they'll just love love each other even more. Yeah.
They bonded quickly, hey?
Mm.
Okay. Thanks for the update, Jamie. We'll see how the next few days go, and hopefully that's 2 more that have got foster mums that we don't need to worry about in care anymore, which will take the pressure off with limited resources. Thank you.
Thanks.
So we're just getting the Scrow introduction cage ready. There's Lucas there.
Yeah, I'm busy putting the chicken here into the airlock.
Okay, it's for the for the babies to go in, Lucas.
Yes, for the baby.
So they can get the foster mums, hey?
Yeah.
So Lucas is busy with the chicken wire to make sure this is safe, and then next door we've got Finley and Yonds still with their foster mums doing well. There they are. And we're hoping to move 2 more into that cage next door that Lucas is busy fixing up to get the next ones going.
Everyone closed here at 12.
Just toys and stuff. Yeah, they're still opening actually.
Oh, shame.
Little one. Yeah, he's sleeping. Yeah, he was very fighting that morning. Very stressed.
Did he keep you awake in the night?
Yeah, we sleep 1 hour.
Shame.
Oh.
You're not happy.
No, he slept, he fall asleep, and then he's fighting, and no, I can't sleep, and then he's sleeping, and it's every 2 minutes.
So they say just got hit on the road, and
yeah, came in last night about 6 o'clock, and I think somebody must have hit the mom during the day and didn't know that there was a baby on her, and then other people found, like, because they saw something moving, they found the baby on mom. I think he's very lucky because there's no other injuries, and I'm just extremely dehydrated because yesterday was a really hot day. So I've sub-cut fluids about 3 times now.
Thanks.
His urine's still very yellow and still a bit dehydrated. He's had about 30 mils of milk into him from 6 until now.
okay.
Not suckling and stuff yet, but he just wants to get to that group of Vervet monkeys.
Shame.
And I was looking to see if there's like babies the same size, but there's not, like you say.
No.
And that's all he's interested. So I think when he gets other monkeys, he'll be very happy. Because that's all he wants is the other monkeys.
These are marabou stork in the foreground and vultures in the background. Both of them eat on dead flesh, and this is actually a vulture feeding station. Whoa! Well, this little one's really looking sad and depressed, and if he's lost everything in life, which basically he has, so he's not really knowing what to do with himself. At this age they do have some realization of what's going on, and he would have realized that something's happened to his mom and that she's no longer around, and now it's basically calling for the troop but not really knowing what he can do, because probably realizes he's all alone. So very, very tough, and might be a difficult one to pull through. And And so we begin the long journey home. Time for him to gather his little thoughts and see what he's going to do, constantly looking out the window to see if he could see his troop, and we'll see how long, or if he's going to try and make friends with me. But he is feeling very depressed. You can just see in his whole posture. Well, eventually he got tired of looking around and came down and settled here on my side, and finally fell asleep to do the rest of the journey. So yeah, hopefully it's not going to be too tough on this little guy. Seems very comfortable at the moment, and he's given me a little bit of trust, just hanging on to me there, and we'll see how he goes further. We finally get onto the bumpy road of the foundation and come into our main feed area where I should be meeting the rest of the team, and the little guy starts waking up, and he'll start his transition now.
Just had a new arrival.
Hello.
Baby number
19. 19.
They just put a cross in it and then they can't suck, so he has had some milk.
Okay.
But he wasn't sucking properly, so he'd have to just get his mouth around. Okay. He is missing his mom, so most of the drivers set up there calling for him.
Oh no.
And I managed to get him there now. And then the rest of the way he just stepped here with me. So,
Oh, Baba.
I don't know how long he was left on the road, but she says the first car must have hit the mother, and then when somebody went past at about 7 o'clock at night, they saw the little baby moving, and they stopped and picked it up. So. I know you want to be with me, but I'm probably the worst.
Come on, yeah, good boy. Okay, who are you?
Thank you, Dave. Little boy.
So this is baby number 19. He is a little boy, and his mom was hit by a car. He was picked up by someone and brought to Maholoholo, another rescue center, and they have called us, so they've picked him up today, and we're going to see what he needs. They said that apparently he is unharmed, but he's missing his mom very much.
Nice, wet, stormy afternoon at the sanctuary. The lightning storm came from absolutely nowhere, and I do believe a new baby has just arrived. Number 20. Hey!
Yay.
Welcome. Thankfully these two are asleep, so...
This one's very, very relaxed. Very sleepy little baby.
Come on in. Hello.
Hello.
Thanks, Jess.
So, yeah.
Oh, so drinking a little bit?
Yeah, drinking
Suckling
quite
okay?
well. Needs a little bit of encouragement and
Hello.
lip movement.
So what's the story? Do we know?
I think it was she was found on a game reserve, but apparently hiding in the garage away from the rain.
Okay.
So on their house, but on a game reserve in between sort of us and Hoodspray.
Okay.
And that's about as much as I know, as much as they know.
So just found alone?
She's found alone, no mum, no nothing.
Okay.
She seems quite old.
And when did they find her?
On the morning of the 14th, so about 2 days ago.
Okay. And handed into Mahalo Hollow yesterday?
Yeah. So, I mean, apparently she's just been drinking and sleeping and that's it. She's called once since I've had her. She's not done any crying.
Oh, it's probably quite stressful.
Yeah. And extremely calm.
Yeah.
The calmest I've had so far. That's probably about to change though, huh?
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah. Relaxed. Cold, I think.
You little one. Okay. Well, she's going to be friends of Giovanni and Linda, buried in the blankets.
It's morning, and Linda, Giovanni, and our new little baby number 20 that doesn't have a name yet. I just brought down to Neverland. They're still sleepy. Let's get them out. Okay. Whenever you're ready, guys, free to go. Sleepy, sleepy. No sucking ears. We do not condone the sucking of ears. It's Linda. Baby number 20. Just passed out in a hot water bottle. Really cold day.
So this is Jamie training our little quarantine babies on the feeding cage. Who's that? Is that Linda? Oh, that's the new girl. We're just waiting for a confirmation of the name, but I'm gonna go ahead and preempt it as Maggie. Maggie. This is Giovanni.
It's very big. Scratch all around it.
Now we have Linda on the right. It does not like the bottle being taken away.
It's a real busy time at the foundation at the moment, with a lot of orphans coming in, and the volunteers putting in all the effort to try and get these little ones out to foster moms as quickly as possible. This wouldn't be possible without all of your support out there, your continued donations, your sharing of our channel, becoming members. For those of you who are donating through PayPal, I'd just like you to be aware that our PayPal account has changed, so if you could just make sure you've updated it to our new email address, I would appreciate that. Thank you for sharing, thank you for becoming members and being part of the family, and hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and we look forward to making the next one for you for next week. Thank you, everybody.
So this is Maggie. Linda enjoying the view. Giovanni still bouncing around. So he's still calling out for his troop, and he's been here for 4 days now. So missing his family quite a bit.